Welcome to Swarf and Chips. We've got a jam-packed show today and I'm joined by Mark and Paul, but Joe's away. So, well, you know what? Lunch has been a little bit cheaper this week, hasn't it?
And it took quicker as well, didn't it? Which is a surprise.
And the German economy is probably benefited by Ian and Joe being over there, because they've been over there for 3 days and you know what his eating habits are like.
You're so mean.
So what they're going to lose in Brexit with their selling cars, they'll make up for quite easily in the consumption of
Poor Joe.
Beverages over the current day.
We love you, Joe. We do really.
Yeah, we do.
We miss you. Now
we're going to see him later, though, aren't we?
Yes, we are, and he's visiting Mitsubishi. However, you've also been away, haven't you? Yeah.
Correct.
The Czech Republic you went to, and you got stuck in a machine or something.
I did, and we'll come back to that too, because that's a bit of an interesting one.
Definitely. Right, okay, let's kickstart the show with some comments.
Swarf and Chips is brilliant. I watch it on a regular basis. You have to keep up to date every Friday. It's always good to see what the team are doing at MTDCNC. So it's keeping everybody engaged in terms of what's happening in terms of technology and within the engineering and manufacturing sector.
Tony, you watch Swarf and Chips and MTD videos? You like it on a Friday?
Yeah, every Friday. Yeah, brilliant.
What would you say about Morris Engineering if you wanted a plug?
Yeah, we're based in South West, subcontract manufacturer, turning, milling, EDM.
Got a great Belium machine behind you, which we've just looked at. Really good for production and flexibility.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, always investing in new equipment. Yeah.
Keep watching the show, Tony. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
Steve, our weekly show, Swarf and Chips. How have you found it?
Yeah, very interesting, very informative, and yeah, always fun.
When you say fun, not Paul and Joe.
No, not necessarily. No, not all the time.
Okay, but finding out a lot about the industry, what's going on, and latest machines.
Yeah, latest machines in particular, latest cutting methods, and yeah, what's going on in the industry.
Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do I like Swarf and Chips? I like fish and chips out the bag. I think Lindsay's great. I think she does a great job. She asks some good questions. And having one of you guys sat on the side, you know, trying not to laugh or smirk, yeah, it's fun. So from my side, yeah, it gets a thumbs up.
Always such positive comments. Don't forget you can like and subscribe to the channel as well. Right, we have 10 videos. You don't know this, Mark, because you weren't here when we did this last. We've got 10 videos and you've got 1 minute to kind of answer my question on the video. Right, the minute, right, we're very strict. The minute will be up and you've got to stop talking and you will hear this buzzer. It's epic.
Is there any prizes at the end of it?
No, there's
Is that why Joe's not here this week?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You know what to do.
Stealth.
Okay.
Bomb.
Right. Progimax invest in Lang Automatum. They've got a really impressive facility with a tailor-made factory. There's some real thought that's happened here. Why are they automating and how?
They're automating because they want to maximise the productivity that they can get out of their DMG machines. We spoke with Jeremy here, visited site. You can see the Lang system there is attached to a DMG Evo machine. The idea behind it is to get as much unmanned running as possible. The figures that he actually stated to me was at the moment they were manned for 75 hours a week, but they actually wanted to go to 167 hours per week of those machines.
So no dead time, basically.
So no dead time, and that's exactly what this Lang system offers. They've just bought a second one as well to go on to the other DMG machine, which just demonstrates the success of the first system. The actual system, the Lang system here, is actually a gravity-fed tower. So the vices move down via gravity, and you can see there, David just put in a vice, you can see here the Lang system putting a vice into the machine.
Are they pleased with it?
The fact they bought a second one just shows that they're pleased with it.
Yeah.
But really, it is all about that unmanning. This company is a yeah.
You've got to stop talking, I'm sorry. So CNC, they are a sliding head company, but they've just changed across to Houghtons lubricants. Why and what have been the benefits?
Well, Houghtons are very well known in some of the higher spec sectors like aerospace, for instance. But, you know, these guys are precision engineers. They've got lots of different parts and they want to keep their tool life the best they can. And obviously Houghtons have been a better solution than what they were using before.
They were given on a trial basis to run on one of the machines, which Houghtons did because they were so confident that they'd come back for more. They had, I think, the trial for a month and they got far better tool life. They didn't have to keep coming back to the machines because they were using previously coolants. They didn't have to keep coming back to the machines to check the tools. They got better tool life, but also the parts. A lot of their parts they were machining after the machining process, they were having to put them in oils for, on the parts before they were delivered. Now that all happens in the machining process. So they're kind of killing a few birds with one stone.
So would a Houghtons actually not charge them if it didn't work for them?
That was what I took from this video, the very fact that they'd said that we're that confident that these machines will do they'll make your parts far better, you'll have better surface finishes, that we'll put it in and then they'll have more
no pressure, Paul, but I have to stop you talking.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Good luck.
Now, the FANUC D2 LIA5, it's the RoboDrill, has a 3-minute cycle time on an impeller. What was really nice is Rowan on this clip says it's a perfect marriage between high-speed machine and a direct drive driven rotary table. Why?
What this machine offers is a 1,000 block look ahead. It's a high-speed machine, this FANUC RoboDrill, so it means that the processing time is very quick. The spindle on this machine is about 24,000 RPM, and it is machining at 10 meters a minute. The 4th and 5th axis unit supplied by Nikon is a direct drive unit because it needs to be to keep up with the speed of the machine. So the collective of those plus the Hypermill software programming, it means you get an impeller part that they're machining on here in 3 minutes.
Why the longer bed then on this?
I suppose this machine was just put into the Nikon facility as a machine that got a longer bed, so they could probably put other parts down the table if they wanted to. But it also accommodates quite nicely the 4th and 5th axis unit by having that bigger bed. But it is, you're right, this is a perfect marriage. This is about high-speed machining. This is about showing that you can machine impeller parts like that in, like I say, in 3-minute cycle times. On other machines with other 4th and 5th axis units, you could be machining that part in up to 9 or 10 minutes, I believe. So that's a third of the time.
It's a big difference.
Impressive.
Right, Ward High Tech, they've got a new Dali machine, Dali MCV 1060. You've got 1 minute, sell it to me.
Well, this machine is an upgrade of a previous model, but it's 30% faster than the previous model, and it's also got a Y-shaped column.
The Y-shaped column on this machine means you've got far more rigidity. Essentially, it's a reverse Y column. So the column goes like that. There's a lot more weight at the base of the Y, which means the more weight you've got on the bottom of the machine, you get more stability for when you're machining. It's also, with that Y shape, also means you've got a wider area where the Y-axis travels on. So if the Y-axis is travelling on a wider area and the linear guides are further apart, you're spreading the load of the table across the base as well.
This has got more torque as well, this machine, than the previous model.
It's got a P shape, the new P series motor from FANUC, which means you bridge the gap between power and speed. So you've got a higher speed spindle at the top end. I think they've got 8, 10, 12 and 15k options. But it also means you've got a lot more torque and you get a lot more power lower down. You've got more power higher up at your speed as well. So that they've added these new features to this machine. It's a BBT40 machine. And it is available from stock at Ward High Tech.
You're a cheat, you are. Right, next video, Chloe from ETG. She's absolutely brilliant, this girl. She knows everything. She's discussing the new Quaser MV235P, isn't she?
This machine is...
there's no point in us doing it. Have you heard her do it? If you've heard her do it, she's brilliant.
Good, actually.
Let's cut to her because she does it in less than a minute. Listen to this.
Chloe, can you tell us a little bit about this Quaser machine here from the Engineering Technology Group?
Yeah, so we've got a Quaser MV235P. And it's got a BT50 spindle with a tapered spindle. So you've got your BT50 tools in there. You've got a 40 tool changer. You can have that optional with a 68. You've got an axis travel of 2040 by 762 by 661. You've got your coolant system, and that takes 710 litres. And you can have your controls. You can have your FANUC, you can have your Houghtons, you can have Siemens. There's a height of the machine is 3,000 by 380. And you've got a floor space of 5,745 by 3,800.
I'm amazed that you remembered all that. How long have you been learning for this interview?
About 2 or 3 days, but obviously we deal with these machines all the time, so you've got to know it in the back of your head, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, she was fantastic. I was listening and absorbing everything she was saying. But we went on in the interview to talk about the fact that she gets very heavily involved in training. We've invited her on Swarf and Chips as well because she's a great ambassador for ETG. They've got a great product there in the Quaser, very heavy-duty BT50 machine. And she did a fantastic job at selling it, for sure.
Another female on the show as well.
Brilliant. Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Okay, so moving over to Progimax now. Now, Jeremy, who's the MD, this is brilliant. He used to have DMG machines, he used to have Mori machines, and now he says he's got a centre of excellence since the merge, which is brilliant. What machines has he got, and what does he think of the machines?
Well, just coming back on that, Jeremy bought the company in 1997, and like you say, he had both brands. But this is like a DMG Mori showroom. It's absolutely fantastic. You went there to actually look at a number of the machines, didn't you?
Yeah, one of the things I was interested in when I spoke to Jeremy was the differences between the P machine that DMG offer and the Evolutions. And he uses the Evolution machines for high-speed aluminium machining, because we've seen them move extremely rapid, extremely fast. The P machines, don't get me wrong, they aren't slow, but he does his larger parts, his titanium machining, because they've got a slightly different configuration. He's just bought a Mori, the DMG Mori, is it 32 pallet machine? It's an NMV 3000 with 34 pallets is the most recent purchase.
Wow. And like he says, it's a centre of excellence for them.
And they want to grow their business on it as well. So they're looking for business in the aerospace sector.
What I also took from this is he's secured contracts from his customers for, I think, for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you do that? But he's needed to compete with the Far East, so he's invested in technology.
Perfect. Right, next question. Mapal, they inquired Raineys in Ireland. Tell me, what do they specialise in, and how's the merge benefited from the acquisition?
Well, Mapal used to actually send their tooling to Raineys for regrinding, so there was some kind of collaboration there anyway. But they saw an opportunity. There's a lot of business in the aerospace sector, but also generally in Ireland, and these guys have really sucked up a lot of the business in Ireland, but with Mapal it's accelerated the whole process. So it's very much a centre of excellence for regrinding, and they've got all the kit there basically.
I saw this as a win-win completely, because you've got a business there that maybe wasn't able to invest in its technology like it can now with Mapal. They've bought new machines since Mapal have bought the company out. They do regrinds, they do new tools as well. The whole thing, even to the fact that I noted from his comments that they'd also added 2 shifts to respond faster to customer demands as well. So all of these things, this guy is taking this business to a completely different level. But for Mapal, it's great because they can service.
And also, just really quickly, is that
you can't.
Go on.
Go on. We'll give you a brief.
Also in Ireland, a lot of the customers were actually sending product over to the UK, let's say, over the seas to actually be reground.
You call me a cheat.
You're both cheats, right? You're going to both get a penalty in a minute, okay? Dassin Die Casting, I'm strict. Dassin Die Casting, as a company, tell me what they do and what's their latest purchase.
Well, gives it away a little bit. They're a die casting company, let's say. They've bought the Sodick AG40L based on that they were doing a certain job for a certain customer, and it was taking 90 hours previously down to 15.
Really?
And that's the story. I mean, it's as simple as that. That machine is absolutely fantastic. The backup that they get from Sodick, that part there was taking 90 hours down to 15.
I mean, not a silly question, but why didn't they do this sooner?
It's all about, embracing technology and looking, and actually they found a lot of the stuff on MTD. He's a great believer of MTD, and I think to a certain extent it's pushed him towards Sodick.
I like the way this company as well, they practice, they do the manufacturing of mould tools, they also do the pressure die casting, they do the machining, they do the powder coating. So we talk a lot about one-stop shops, but this is a classic example of a business that takes a product from conception right the way through to completion.
Okay, Greenfield Engineering, they're continuing to invest, and they've just bought some Raineys CAD CAM software from Vero software.
Yeah, they've been using it for a long time, to be fair, Lindsay. Now, Gary is fabulous in the business. They've got a lot of money in the business to invest in new products from Armada mainly, and a few from Salvagnini. They've got a lot of apprenticeships there, but if they didn't have Raineys from Vero, they could not operate the way they do. They're a big company in the sheet metal sector.
It integrates nicely with their other systems, like their ERP system. So it means that it helps them with their work in progress. It can help them working out how to quote for jobs. It kind of controls everything, doesn't it? Or it integrates very well. Yeah. That's what I took from this video, and it's a bit like the Vero sort of the companies and the products that they offer. A lot of them integrate with each other in order to give you the ultimate solution.
And we don't talk a lot about fabricators, but this is a great success story.
And that's also what I like. Do they have any general machining beyond fabrication here? Because you focused heavily on the fabrication, but is it
Go on, answer it. Go on.
I think they do, but they've got other plants, you see, but we didn't really touch on that when I went there, really.
I'm not going to ask anymore. You've got 9 questions. That's your penalty because you're cheaters. We're going to go over to Germany and see Joe.
So Scott, we're in this wonderful facility in Dusseldorf, the home of Mitsubishi Electric in Europe. I'm going to put you under a little bit of pressure. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to show me around the world of EDM.
Okay, I like a challenge. Let's go.
Come on.
So, Joe, welcome to the Mitsubishi demo room. This is our MV series, MV1200R, tubular drive technology, 12-year positional warranty. Here you see our factory automation, Melfa series, and this machine is being configured with a 6th axis for diamond wheel dressing. The MX600, this is an oil-based wire EDM. Normally we're using water. This is our top-of-the-range flagship technology. Very, very small wires, watchmaking industry, high surface finish carbides, etc.
So the MV range?
So the MV range starts with our MV1200S. You could call it the entry-level machine, but S means standard equipment that every wire operator needs. And then as we move up the line, we come to the MV 2400R. It's the bigger brother of the machine you just saw around the corner. Travels 600 by 400, 2 height configurations, 310, 425.
And this next machine, I love this machine, MP range, full 7 axis.
Yeah, so all our controls are 7-axis control. This is where the technology really moves up. We start to get into small wires, better surface finish, pitch error accuracy plus or minus 1 micron, and as you say, 7-axis control.
Lovely machine.
So then we have the Mitsubishi die sinking. So this is the Mitsubishi EA12V series, rise and fall tank construction, of course for the mold and die industry, but also for carbide, PCD, and motorsport titanium and nickel-based alloys in aerospace.
Popular machine, I see a lot of those.
Here we have the MP 1200 size machine, 3-sided rise and fall tank. Fantastic surface finish technology, capability, and again, very, very high accuracy.
Okay, what happens when you need training on any of these machines?
Oh yeah, so we've got a fully equipped training room. Take you through?
Yeah.
So Joe, welcome to our training facility. So here we have our MV1200R and our MV2400R wire machine. We tend to spec the machines to quite a high level, but here we do have a couple of options such as touch probe for 3D leveling, and over the back there you see the die sinking machines where we carry out the die sinking training as well. So we keep that separate from the main demonstration area, but we can use that as well if we need to.
What happens if we've got a number of engineers there one day? Do we all crowd around the computer?
No, it's always potentially going to be a problem, isn't it? So we overcome it here. We have a number of simulators installed, so we can mix the operators in front of the machine, and these are like running the real machine. They're fully equipped, fully interactive.
Well, Scott, thanks for the tour. It's a wonderful facility, and I look forward to coming back.
Thank you very much for coming.
Wow, what an impressive facility.
Well, the other thing as well, I think the wide angle lender actually has followed Joe to Germany. Because it's certainly not here, is it?
You want to be careful, he's bigger than you, mate. When
That's
you
true,
get,
that is true.
When he gets back.
That's true,
yeah.
but
Why are you being so mean?
it's not, it's just fun.
I think what's really good about that place as well is that you can see that in the UK, HK Technologies, who supply the machines, have got a place in Rugby where they do carry the Mitsubishi machines as well.
And there's one fact that I've picked up actually, 1 in 3 EDM machines are actually sold around the world by Mitsubishi.
Talking about overseas, you went to the Czech Republic, didn't you? And you got stuck in a machine.
I did. We'll have a look at this in a minute, but what we shot over there was we went to Toshulin on behalf of Matsuura, and it was a really great place. We did a factory tour. We looked at how all the machines were built and put together, the assembly, everything. But what we also saw was a huge machining cut. This was actually a 32mm depth of cut. And yes, I got stuck in the machine. Let's take a look.
Ahoy there, I'm at Toshulin today on behalf of Matsuura. I'm in the Czech Republic and I'm about to show you an incredible cutting demonstration. We talk about swarf chips. Check these chips out behind me. This steel part has been machined or turned on this power turn machine. It's an incredible cutting demonstration, 32 millimeters or a 32 millimeter cut on the diameter at 1.4 millimeter feed rate per rev. You gotta see this. I'm gonna get out of the machine before it starts.
Wow, what a cut that was.
Incredible, absolutely incredible.
How far do the doors actually go back for you to get in? Just thinking.
What is he, Mr. Nasty today?
You were so
Well, they don't go
Like
back
the
that
Mr.
much.
Men, was there a Mr.
Oh my goodness. You know what, on that note, I'm going to go over and see Colin. Well, Colin, great success because you've got new people who have joined the network.
We have. I want to go through those very quickly. So first of all, Beard and Fitch.
Right.
Where are they?
North London.
Very good. Now these guys are steeped in history. 1851 they actually started trading. They're just known really for their gear cutting and things like that. So I'm going to have to go through the list. So spur gears.
Straight cut gears.
Helical gears.
Sprockets.
Pulleys.
Gearboxes and assemblies.
Rack and pinions.
Worms and wheels.
Drive shafts.
And hubs.
So basically everything about gear cutting. If you need anything like that, get in contact with them.
Brilliant.
Next one's Mainland Engineering. Our friends over in
Corby, Northamptonshire.
See, just down the road, our friend Steve. Their business has been going since about since 1976. They're really well known for their Mainland Pallet Master, which is an automation system for mills. It's a great, great product. We've actually done a video for that on MTDCNC, so watch that. But they also have a subcontract machine shop. Great set of machines there. They've got a load of mills, so Mazaks, Hasses, equipped with the Mainland Pallet Master, and a load of lathes as well. They've got a micro cut, which is it's an old machine. It's huge, and it takes a component up to 2 meters in length, so it's really, really impressive. What else? They've got some more Mazaks, Nakamura, and they've all got bar feeds. They've got like an IMCA 3-meter bar feed, so lights out, 24/7 production. Get in contact with
Big
Steve on that one.
place.
It is, yeah, really impressive. Steve's great, great guy. So
Another new company?
yes, CJS CNC.
Right, okay, they're based near the seaside.
They are Colchester.
Colchester.
Absolutely. Now CJS, I'm assuming that's Chris's initials.
Yeah.
I don't know his middle name though, but loads of experience between the guys there. They've got over 140 years engineering experience.
Wow.
Just bought a new XYZ machine. They like sort of small batch runs, prototypes, things like that. They're smaller batch runs, but they've got a load of experience, and they want to really, customer comes to them, they want to provide a solution. So really, really great company. So get in contact with them.
They're all new to the network.
All new to the network.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, lots of work's going to come their way as well.
Definitely. And last but not least, Lincoln City Engineering. And where are they?
East of Sheffield in Lincoln.
You got it.
Yeah.
And don't get caught up in the glory of the FA Cup because they... All right, nice football gag there, thanks. FA Cup because they... But cracking little machine shop.
Cracking.
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 Yeah, messed my hair up, thank you. Great little machine shop, super components. Get in contact with Clinton there. Really nice company over in Lincoln.
What machines have they got, sorry?
They've got Hass machines, but I understand they're looking to invest in a new machine, so watch this space.
Okay. So, Colin, why should people be watching and go, you know what, I'm going to join the network?
Really, we're promoting these guys, but ultimately they want to win business. So a few examples, I know I have mentioned a couple of them before, but DKW Engineering on the South Coast, they've won a £20,000 contract, and that's a repeating one, so nice bit of business there. We've got Holford. We did a email campaign for them. Do you know where they're based?
Holford?
No, St Neots.
Okay.
East of Milton Keynes.
Oh, okay. All right then.
So put you on the spot there.
Yeah, you did.
But email campaign, they've won a £30,000 contract, so very happy. Clarence Precision. Now, Leighton Buzzard?
Near Milton Keynes.
Yes, you got it.
Yes.
Now, we had an inquiry through recently, 7 drawings plus some more to come through subsequently. They liked that opportunity, won the business, very, very happy. And last but not least, we did a video, an overview of Empire Manufacturing.
North of London.
That's right, yep, Stuart Wade over at Empire. Someone watched that video, loved what they saw, spoke to Stuart, they got some business out of it.
So how do you win the business, Colin?
Well, they get the inquiries via MTD network. It's up to the engineers to go out, quote for it, add that value, contact the buyers who need the work doing, and then it's up to them.
So Colin, what are these companies doing? They're obviously very successful. What are they doing on the network to win the business?
Well, they'll get the inquiry through, they'll quote in a timely and efficient manner. It'll be competitive. It doesn't always have to be the cheapest though, but it'll be a quality product. They'll communicate with the customer, and on the back of that, they'll win the business.
Perfect. Right, okay, well, Colin, you and I, we're sitting here at the end of the show, so do you want to close it together?
Do I have to?
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
yes, absolutely. Be delighted, Lindsay.
Thank you so much for joining us on Swarf and Chips. We really, really hope you've enjoyed the show. Keep those comments coming in. If you want to watch any previous episodes, click on the links on the screen here.
And remember to like them and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And as we always say, keep
Keep
those spindles turning.